Hello, I'm on my back entryway here, and I'm about to take you around the garden. I thought it would be fun to see just what I've been growing and how much I've dug and, you know, whatever. So, yeah, this is probably the last you'll see me, but I'll take you around and show you what I've grown. So, there's a far-off view of the garden. I added about 6 feet to the northern end there, and I've actually found a use for rhubarb. We'll talk about that later. So I planted some raspberries here, black raspberries. So far they haven't sprouted. I'm wondering if I did something wrong. I thought they were shallow enough. I dug down. The one to your right, I think it's your right, has some plants coming up. The other one is nothing, so we'll see. The rest of it's strawberries. They spread, so yeah. And then there's a compost pile, bits of sod and garden waste and lawn waste and so on. A whole bunch of weeds I just pulled today. Here, tomatoes. I planted spinach and lettuce between them. I think by the time the spinach and lettuce, and radishes too, by the time they're done, it should all be, the tomato plants will be big, so it will be all good. Yeah, just a little close up there. And here, this little creation, let me step back. These are tripods made out of sunflowers from last year. Be growing peas on those. I hope. It's an experiment. I've never done it before. Little lemongrass. Down here, some corn. This will be popcorn, actually. It's a strawberry popcorn, so it's a red mini cob. Let's see. You saw some onions there. There's the rhubarb again. Onions. There's carrots in here. Beans. I honestly can't remember what's up here. Some of it should be bok choy, but I don't exactly remember where I put the bok choy because I'm horrible about labeling anything. But radishes and so on, probably. Lettuce. Yeah, one lesson learned is to label. There's some beans. I know there's zucchini in here. There's one that may have just sprouted. No, that's an onion. Sorry. Got all excited. I was going to give you a close-up. Should be zucchini in there. And then here, I have cantaloupe. And I put some sunflowers kind of in between them, really spread out sunflowers, and they're mini sunflowers, just kind of for the look. And they won't be bothered by anything, I don't think. We'll see. And then there's some sod from out front, which you haven't seen yet. We'll get there. And I'm just using it to kill the grass because eventually the garden's going to expand there. And then I won't expand any further. And then over here, a couple tomatoes. This guy survived. He was left outdoors. Let's see if I can focus him. Maybe. There we go. He was left outdoors one night when I didn't know it was going to freeze, and it froze down to 25 degrees. I see this guy. This is another one. He's getting invaded by the rhubarb, so I better cook something with rhubarb here. These are all broccoli plants. I don't always have good luck with broccoli, but we'll see. And then there's some potatoes behind them. This is, I forget, some kind of herb. I have some cilantro here, tomato. I had a lot of tomato plants because of the freeze thing. I thought they all died, but some of them actually didn't. So, yeah. Let's look around the front now. Oh, before I do that, I collect rainwater. It comes off the corner. We were in that back entry there. It comes off the corner there between the back entry and the kitchen. And I collect it in that bucket you can just barely see. There's a composter, which I need to talk about one day. Okay, this is new. These are some lilies of some kind. They came with the house. I don't know anything about them. And some other plant that I don't know. It came with the house. But here, around the window well, I put in, it's supposed to be Chinese lantern plants. I've never grown them before. I know nothing about them. So it takes, they have a long germination, but should be good. Hollyhock, which came with the house. Impatiens. I have sweet peas there, and then some more plants that came with the house behind that branch thinger. And here, this will be Canterbury bells. The reason I'm not doing anything, this has horrible soil in this bed, horrible light, and that is a lilac, which I still need to finish digging up. And here, here, I'm not good with this. We'll get there. All right, here we go. There's some spinach that surprised me by coming up. I had not planted it, but I must have planted it last year because as you can see it's kind of in a line. So that's fun. And then we have the two front beds. I'm going to walk over here a little. If you can see that break in the sidewalk, it came to just about where that break is, and then everything beyond the break is new. So I pretty much doubled their size. So we have beans up, a little self-portrait there, basil. A lot of peppers. Some of these peppers were also in that horrible freeze. So I have more pepper plants than I know what to do with. Eggplant. Irises, which aren't flowering right now. I don't know much about irises. The neighbor said, hey, you want some? And I said, sure, I don't know what to do with them. This here, these are kohlrabi. You might, maybe my garden video from last year, you can get an idea what they look like. You eat their stem kind of swells up and you can eat it. It makes a big bulb right in the middle of the stem. And then here, I don't know how to show this. I don't really know how to steer with this thing either. There we go. These are beets. They're going to make a nice border. Some marigolds. Another herb. I forget what it is. Chives, which I've never grown before, but I have eaten them. More peppers. I just had squash come up. Let's see if I can find it now. Oh, more beets here too as a border. There it is, squash. I planted them kind of in a ring. But then I noticed later I was supposed to hill them up, but it was too late. Sunflowers behind them. I actually did that last year and it worked just fine, so I think it'll be fine. There's supposed to be zucchini around somewhere. I can't remember exactly where it is. Probably closer to the front. Yeah, like I said, I need to label stuff. And then up there I have 4 cucumber plants. Not as bright as one would hope, but yeah. And then more sunflowers will be behind the cucumbers because it's shaded in this bed this time of day anyway. So that is that.